Whether it is heating and air conditioning, automotive repair, carpentry, or printing, Montgomery College has a long history of preparing students for careers in the technical trades. Coming up, we'll discuss the role of the Gudelsky Institute for Technical Education and its partnership with local businesses throughout Montgomery County. Stay tuned. Campus Conversations is next. Welcome to Campus Conversations. I'm Fritzi Bodenheimer.
And I'm Marcus Rosano. On the northeast corner of Montgomery College's Rockville campus, you're likely to stumble on some unique learning situations. Students here are not in lecture halls or classrooms, but hard at work on car engines, air conditioning units, and printing presses.
And joining us now is Ed Roberts, Instructional Dean of the Gudelsky Institute. Thanks for joining us today.
My pleasure.
Ed. Tell us a little bit about what goes on in the Gudelsky building. There are a number of different programs.
The Gudelsky Institute is, as you mentioned, the four major programs, printing, automotive, and building trades. And we also have a kind of a generic non-credit program called Workforce Technologies, which offers courses in a diverse array of programs such as computer repair, welding, manufacturing, machining, things like that. The primary focus is on technical careers, putting people into the workforce. The Gudelsky Institute operates on a what we call a single point of contact. We do both credit and non-credit programs. So when folks come into the building, they often don't know a degree program from a non-credit program. They're after content. So all of our program directors work with the individuals or the companies that may come to us for assistance, and we help to define what their needs are and then identify the most appropriate program to work for them.
Talk a little bit about the history of the Gudelsky Institute and Homer Gudelsky.
The Gudelsky Institute was opened in October of 1992. It was the first building at a community college in the state of Maryland that had private funds to assist in the construction of it. It was approximately a $7 million building when it first opened. We have about 64,000 gross square feet in the building. About $3.5 million of the funding came from private contributions. Those private contributions were primarily from the industries that we serve in providing technicians and technical people for. And of course, the Gudelsky family was the major contributor and actually was the one that put the fundraising over the hump and made the building able to happen, and thus the name of Homer Gudelsky on the building.
Very good.
And in the programs, all the programs that you have, a big component of that is the partnerships that the college and the institute have with the community and businesses in the community. Talk about the role of partnership.
It really is the strength of the programs. We've been able to grow several of the programs because of those partnerships with the business community. We work closely to make sure that the curriculum that we're offering, we have advisory committees for all the programs, and we work closely with those groups as well as the industry in general to make sure that we're teaching the content that's appropriate for those folks to get employed gainfully and to be able to move up within those respective fields. But we also partner with a number of different businesses and in putting together training that is specifically for them. And that could be something like a business comes say, well, we need some specific training in safety for the construction industry. Or we work with the Washington Automobile Dealers Association, and they have a training program to bring new technicians into the field, and we partner with them. We facilitate their training. We do it here at the college. But it is primarily their program, and we make it happen, and we work with them to make sure that the students get the kind of training. They use our facilities. We have other programs, apprenticeship programs, for example, that we do with both trade unions and trade associations. And we partner with them in operating their respective apprenticeship programs, which are typically a 4 or 5 year program that an individual will work full-time and receive a salary during the day, and then they go to school usually 2 nights a week, and there's a minimum number of hours required, there's a minimum number of work hours required, and at the end of that time, then they go into the workforce at a higher level. So all that training, and we partner with several different associations and unions to facilitate that kind of training.
And so really your partnerships are in many different directions in lots of different ways.
They are, and they're very beneficial to us at the college as well, because the ability to work with these organizations also expands our reach into people who find out about our programs that otherwise didn't know they existed, or that we're doing that kind of training, and it helps to grow in many different ways.
Talk a little bit about the faculty at the Gudelsky Institute. Not only are they Montgomery College faculty, but at the same time they're professionals in the particular industries.
Yes, as we hire faculty for our area, we generally require that they have certain professional licensing and certification along with their professional college education. For example, in automotive, there is a thing called Auto Service Excellence, or ASE certification. We require any faculty to have to be at the master's level of ASE certification. In our trades areas, in HVAC, electrical, and plumbing, those are licensed trades. We want them to have a minimum of the journey license, which is the first one. We prefer they have the master's license.
Say what a journey means.
Journey
in
license?
This sense.
Okay, it's an old term that it used to be journeyman, and we just refer to it as journey now, but it goes back to apprenticeship training, and somebody who typically finishes their apprenticeship would become a journey person.
Okay.
And they've tied that into the licensing process. In the construction trades, for example, there are 3 licensed trades: plumbing, electrical, and HVAC. And typically it requires 4 years of full-time work experience and take a written test, and then you get the journey license, which allows you to work unsupervised, legally work unsupervised. Until that point, you're an apprentice, and you're supposed to have a person with a license supervising your work. And then the next level is typically another 3 or 4 years of full-time work experience and another test, and then you can get the master's license. Wow. Master's license allows you to supervise projects. It allows you to take out permits in electrical or plumbing work to be able to do the work. And